All right, let's talk about something real. You've poured your heart into a new t-shirt design. It's awesome, it's clever, you know people are gonna love it. But then you put it online and it's just one tiny picture in a massive, endless sea of other pictures. So, what makes someone stop scrolling and actually click on your product? That's exactly what we're gonna dig into today. We're talking about how killer visual design can take a product from just another item to a gotta-have-it brand. And let's be real here for a second. You might have the absolute best product, the softest t-shirt, the funniest mug, but if it looks bland, does it even make a difference? In that endless scroll of online shopping, being forgettable, it's not just a little problem. It's basically game over. It's a tough pill to swallow, but seriously, your brand survival really hangs on the answer to this. And this quote just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? The problem, most of the time, isn't even the product. It's the communication. If your visuals look messy or unclear or just kind of boring, what do you think customers are going to assume about your brand? Yep, they'll think it's the same. Your design is that first handshake, It's your silent elevator pitch, and it's happening in less than a second. Okay, so we've got the problem on the table, forgettable design. Now let's really start to peel back the layers and figure out why. Why do visuals have so much power? Because I promise you, it goes way, way beyond just looking pretty. And this is a really big one. It's a huge mindset shift. So many of us, especially creative people, think the goal is just to look good. But see, that's thinking like an artist, not like an entrepreneur. And we need to be both. Professional design isn't just about making things pretty. It's a serious business tool, and its number one job, to drive sales, period. So, when we talk about design driving sales, it's actually working on 3 different levels all at once. First, it's got to grab attention. You know the drill. In this crazy infinite scroll world, you've got maybe a split second. Second, it's about building trust. A clean, professional look tells people, hey, this is a real brand, you can trust us. And when you nail those first 2 things, well, that's when you get to the ultimate goal. You turn someone who's just mindlessly scrolling into an actual paying customer. All right, so if the big scary problem is being forgettable, what's the fix? Well, it's not about just making one cool design here and there. Nope, it's about building a whole system, something that's complete and consistent. And that's what we call a brand identity. Now, don't just think logo when you hear that. A brand identity is so much more. It's your entire visual language. And the 2 big words here are memorable and versatile. It's the whole shebang, the look, the feel, the personality that tells your story over and over again, no matter where people see you. The goal is simple: connect with your people and then turn that connection into a sale. So, what are the actual building blocks of this system? What do you need? Well, it all starts with your cornerstone, your foundation, a custom logo. From there, it naturally flows into your product and apparel designs. But, and this is key, it doesn't stop there. That same vibe, that same look and feel has to be all over your online store, your shop branding, and all of your marketing assets, like your Instagram posts. Every single piece needs to feel like it came from the same brain. Okay, let's get a little more specific. How does this whole brand identity thing actually play out in the real world? In the super fast-paced world of e-commerce, and especially print on demand. Just think about all the different places your brand has to show up. You've got your Printify or Teespring store, maybe a Redbubble page, you're probably on Amazon or Etsy, and you might even have your own Shopify site. The real challenge, and honestly, the secret sauce to success, is making sure your brand looks and feels exactly the same on every single one of them. That consistency is what makes people go, oh, I know them. It builds that recognition and trust no matter how they stumble upon you. Okay, let's talk about a super important technical detail for a sec. This one will save you so many headaches. Have you ever ordered a t-shirt online, and when it shows up, the design is all faded or blurry or just wrong? Yeah, that's what happens when a design isn't POD ready. The whole goal here is to create files that are perfectly optimized for printing. That way, the amazing, vibrant design your customers saw on their screen is the exact same amazing, high-quality product that lands on their doorstep. So you're probably wondering, how do designers actually pull all this off? Well, it's not magic, I promise. It's really a mix of timeless design principles and some seriously powerful modern tools. So let's pop the hood and take a look inside the professional's toolkit.
First up is typography. And listen, this is not just about picking a pretty font. It's way deeper. Just think about the difference between the classic, serious font of a major newspaper and, say, the fun, bubbly font on a bag of candy. One screams trustworthy and important, the other screams fun and sweet. See? That's the power of typography. It sets the whole tone for your brand in a split second.
Next, you've got layout. This is all about the strategic placement of everything on the page or on the screen. A good layout is like a silent tour guide for your customers' eyes. It tells them where to look first, what to read next, and, this is the most important part, it guides them right to that Add to Cart button. It's all about controlling that visual journey and getting rid of any distractions.
And then there's color. This might be the most powerful emotional tool in your entire kit. We all know the basics, right? Like blue feels trustworthy, but it goes so much deeper. Did you know a ton of food brands use red and yellow? That's because those colors can literally make you feel hungry. That's not an accident. Choosing your color palette is a huge strategic move that talks directly to your customer's subconscious mind.
So when you put all these pieces together, typography, layout, and color, they all blend to create your brand's unique style. For example, a brand that uses clean fonts, tons of empty space, and just one pop of color, that's screaming minimalist and sophisticated. On the other hand, a brand with big, bold fonts and bright, clashing colors is all about energy and confidence. Your style is what happens when all these deliberate choices work together.
And of course, all these amazing styles are brought to life using a mix of different tools. You've got the heavy hitters, the creative powerhouses like Adobe Illustrator for making totally custom graphics from scratch. Then you have more accessible tools like Canva Pro, which are awesome for whipping up consistent social media posts really quickly. And finally, you have the platforms that make it all real, like Printify or Teespring, the ones that take your digital designs and turn them into actual physical products.
So look, if there's just one thing you take away from all this, please let it be this. Stop thinking about your visuals as just decoration. They are a hardworking, strategic part of your business. They are the tools you use to cut through all that noise online and build a brand that people don't just click on once, but a brand they actually remember. And that really brings us to the final and maybe the most important question. This one is for you. I want you to go and take a really hard, honest look at your brand, your products, your shop, your social media. If a potential customer saw it all for the very first time, with zero context, what story would your visuals tell them? And is that the story you actually want to be telling?